podcast. And I've got a really special treat for you today because we have a success story in the making with Rachel Pellitt, who is here with us now. Hi, Rachel. Hey there, it's Katie Joy, the Global Butterfly, and I'm the founder of theglobalbutterfly.com, as well as this Awaken with Love and Pure Joy podcast. And I've got a really special treat for you today because we have a success story in the making with Rachel Pellitt, who is here with us now. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I just want to do another quick little bit of snippet about you're a passionate entrepreneur. You actually have multiple businesses with a focus on one in particular that you came to me for with mentoring, but you're looking to make this shift into spiritual coaching and really not sure how. And
Yeah.
that was kind of like the entry into your journey with me. Oh, it was end of October last year in 2023.
Yeah.
Where you came in, you began the journey in the 5-day soul goal mapping challenge. So, wow, that was a mouthful and all. I'm just super excited because we were only just crunching your numbers again the other day, and it's just been such a really obvious holy cow moment. You've even pretty much paid for all your mentoring so far in the financial growth that you've had. But we'll get to that in a minute, because mostly when people want to have transformational they want a holistic experience, and whether they say it directly or not, they want to address the issue of not having enough energy, not having enough time, not having enough money to go for their dreams. And let's just start at the beginning of the journey. Actually, why don't we take it from the end and go backwards? In just a few short sentences, putting you on the spot, how would you describe working with me as a mentor for you?
Oh God. Amazing. Just the way that you work, you get into our own bodies and we express, everything that I felt like I was healed before, not knowing that you have to heal yourself 100 times over, but you brought that out on me as well as with the business side, and just amazing. I'm glad you come along when I needed you. So yeah.
Fantastic. So what I'm hearing there is that the energetics, I have a bit of a magical way, practical magic of tuning into your energy and being able to articulate the unsaid, or bringing it all together for you, putting it into the light so that you can access and activate that yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome. Fantastic. So Soul Goal Mapping Challenge, that's the entry point for most people to come to me. And it was an interesting, beautiful serendipity, synchronicity, and how we even connected. Because in October last year, during the school holidays, I went on a glamping trip. That was a bit of a pivot from supposed to be a farm stay. And because I went on that trip to the seaside on a glamping trip, I actually came into contact with your daughter. We met at the local park with our kids playing. And she then introduced you to me because she said, oh my God, my mum will love you. So then it was only a few weeks later, you actually joined the Soul Goal Mapping Challenge, which I only open up a couple of times a year, but it's an opportunity to come in completely free, or for a small, tiny, eeny, wincy $47 you get the upgrade to VIP, and you get exceptional depth with me in a short 5 days. That most people pay thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to access me for and with. What was your experience of that 5-day Soul Goal Mapping Challenge, and why do you recommend the VIP?
Just doing the 5 days with you made me realize, and I had my personal journeys. We had drama happening everywhere, over that short period of time. And by doing your classes made me step back and breathe and work it out without even stressing, like, oh my God. Because we had the bushfires, we had, my daughter moved into a house. Yeah, it was lots of stuff going on. And yeah.
Family health.
Yep.
Second
yes,
health,
that was a big one.
yeah,
Yes, I think that was in the
couple of months,
next chapter. Yep.
yeah.
Um, and letting, when my husband got sick, letting him, I had to realize that you can't control everybody. And that was a big eye opener for me. That was huge. That was, yeah, exceptional. So yeah, going through it was just the right timing. I needed you.
Why did you need me? What was your goal that you felt like you needed some help with? Like, just
Um,
it's
I was looking at, I'd finished my business with Builders Cleans, and I knew there was something big happening in the, coming. And I wanted to know whether to go down a path of doing clothing brand business or spiritual teachings and things like that. And I just needed clarity on where to go. I paid for courses for the fabric courses and stuff like that. And I just didn't sort of sit with me. And when you come along, or my daughter said, Mum, I've got this lady that wants to do classes. And I'm like, yes, put me in there, choose me. And you made me realize by going through my soul goal brand and writing down all my history, there was no fashion in it. It was all spiritual and so yeah, that really got good clarity for me. And ever since then I've like, yep, I'm going towards that and I'm going to climb that mountain. So and you're helping me do that. So
how important has it been to you to have soul aligned goals that truly are authentic to you and your purpose, not just directly, but indirectly? How has that affected, your action going forward with the soul aligned goal, but then also how's that affected you with your family and your health and other areas in your life?
um by looking back on what my experiences were and things like that has made it made me realize how I'm not afraid to jump into things. And you feel like you haven't achieved much in life, but when you go back over that journey, you realize that, yeah, wow, you have achieved a lot. And um there is a lot of learning that I've done previous to help me with my goal. And looking at that was amazing. But also um with my kids and stuff like that, I've learnt to let them grow themselves, rather than me trying to show or tell them what to do in life. And yeah, that's been a big thing, and my husband as well. So yeah, I've let them grow themselves, so while I've been growing. Yeah.
Awesome. And we'll get to some pretty amazing results in a second. But before there, you came, a lot of people come to me and they say, I want to do more with my business, but I'm stuck. And it's usually emotional stuff, right? It's the energetics underneath. But, and I'm an ex-paramedic. So, I'm very, very aware that what manifests in the physical body isn't typically the cause. It never is. It's always the symptom. Now, we can go on a whole nother podcast about even trauma being a symptom versus a cause, because it starts with what goes on underneath the hood, so to speak. But and a lot of people don't realize that when you came through the soul goal mapping challenge, it's super deep, isn't it? Like, I mean, I take you way deep into the energetics very quickly. People charge thousands and thousands of dollars. I make a promise that you get $5,000 worth of value in just that short 5 days. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you've done the training. And so the first thing that I do is in order for people to have the new programming of strategy and tactics and to know what to do specifically for their goals, I make sure that you get reconnected with your own higher self, your intuition, and have the emotional regulation skills to be able to handle the stress. Because when you go for goals, you got to go outside your comfort zone. And if you're uncomfortable and you go into fight, flight activation, then you're not going to be creating at your best, with your best version of yourself. So in the Awakened Soul program, I do this parallel journey for 6 weeks with you with designing your life, living your dreams, with your map, that solar line mapping, as well as emotional mastery skills and implementation and intuition reconnection. How valuable has that been for you specifically to now manifest, thousands and thousands of dollars in your business, which we'll get to in a minute. But I just want to talk about the emotional component, because often this bit's dismissed. It's kind of like, no, but I want the stats. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's spin this whole coaching model on its head, because in order for you to get the stats, you need to have the emotional alignment.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So,
And
um, yeah, taking the control out, that was a big, huge thing. And then the fear come up for me. And that was about, I can't remember what that was. The fear of not being able to meet my goals and things like that was a big thing. And recently only I thought I had health problems. And I was self-sabotaging myself again, and eating, which was causing problems with my health. And you brought that up and made me realize that that's what it is. And yeah, it actually, I had a bit of a tear, and realized, yeah, it was that I needed you to clarify to get it out. And actually, I've fixed that, and I feel a lot better.
amazing because you got into alignment. When we're when we're not really truly connected with what we're doing, we go into avoidance, and part of that is feeling better about ourselves. And sometimes we choose vehicles that are not very good for us, such as foods.
Yep.
And you're not alone. And I'm sure anyone listening to this, I guarantee it, you have your own sabotage vehicle.
Yeah.
And so when we all do, right? But it's about having that clarity and awareness of, okay, what is not in full alignment with me here, and what would it look like if I am, so that I can get back into that flow state. So the Awakened Soul program is that first 6 week period for that emotional mastery and intuition connection with that design your life, live your dreams parallel. Soul Goal Academy goes into the depth of energy, time, and money, and I reprogram you with that. And what's really cool, we've just done that round again, and so many people have made all their money back for the first two programs, which is my goal, right? My goal to have you all financially have you return with your investment, because I show you how. But money is the last thing on the end of the journey kind of thing. You need to have the energy and know what your priorities are for your vision, your values, your goals, so that you are prioritizing those actions in your time, because we can't prioritize everything, can we?
No.
Right. And so your self-care and looking after your own goals, not trying to tune into someone else. Now, you mentioned that you were sabotaging, and a big part of that was because you also mentioned that during the journey of looking at all the lessons you've learned and the training you've done, that was really super valuable. Again, most people dismiss that. They don't count it for here and how it's valuable moving forward. Or looking at the patterns of the past to see what the soul is guiding you on for the skills development and the people you meet, and preparing you for that next step. And like yourself, you know that you're called to be able to be a leader in that, which you already are, but like in the spiritual realm with spiritual
Yeah.
coaching, particularly with women in business, because you are phenomenal in business yourself, running multiple with your husband. But let's get to this one, because this is the one that you were you came to me with a, let's call it a dormant business, with do you want me to say cleaning, or can I be specific?
Yeah, they're Pacific. Yep.
Okay, so the tile and grout floor cleaners, which you hire out, just sort of, where were you at when you came to me with that? Because it was almost like you'd shoved it out the door, hoping it would get off the curb and walk away.
Yeah. I just allowed it to run itself. It was on. I've got a website, and I've got a Facebook page. I wasn't even putting adverts on much, and it was just like, it's there. um, yep. And
And how much was
I
that?
knew it. I
ticking
knew it had when I first started, it was earning me lots of money because I wanted to go to Italy. It
better
I
why.
needed money, and it just seemed to just come so easy, and it was fine. And then over time, it's like, yeah, it's there
You didn't
until
value it anymore.
I didn't know. No, that's it.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there, and if someone rang me, it was, yep, okay, I'll deliver it. And yep, it was. I didn't look at it as though I was helping other people either. It was about, yeah, it's just, a pain in my butt. But yeah. And then you had the conversation with me in January, and you told me that I need to pick that up, and why don't you concentrate on that? I'm like, do I have to? I really want to get to my goal. Yep. And yes. And then while I was doing my goal mountain and stuff like that for my goal, or my spiritual teachings, I actually done one for the business as well. So it was for both of them. And ever since then, doing that and concentrating on what I need to do with that machine hire business, it's actually growing. So just by putting a little bit of effort in and nurturing it, and changing myself as well, that's probably been a big thing. Um,
Massive.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
Um,
let's talk about numbers here. Was it 300 or 350 a week that it was 300 a week that it
it
was?
was 300 a week. Yep,
Okay,
yep,
so in January, when you told me about this, and I could feel that you were dismissing it, but the more information you told me about this business, which I just thought, wow, you have yourself a little cash cow ATM machine here. And I'm like, oh, you don't realize how easy a business model this one is right now. And it took a few months to get you to see that. So I didn't push because that's not my nature and how I do it. I kept putting the seeds of the path. But
yep,
what I did was kind of got you in embracing it, because I said you go and try these specific strategies and tactics that were aligned with going to go and put the energy, and it was putting some systems in place. It was being specific in who you were calling it to, and putting the energy into making it the intention, but starting to put the systems in place. Because for you, the reason why you were pushing it away is because you didn't want to be dragged down and bogged down by the mechanics of it, so that
yep,
you could then go forward with your spiritual coaching, right? And so what
yep,
I did is I got you to focus on starting the systems so that you could pull yourself out and duplicate yourself, but getting ready to automate and leverage that. And in the meantime, very quickly, you from was it you have to let me know what month it was, but you went from 300 a week on average in sales to 1,000 a week on average in sales. And what month was that?
that was April. Yeah,
Right.
start of April. Yeah,
Had the conversation in January. By April, you were now going from 300 a week to 1,000 a week in sales, right?
yeah,
And then we revisited this again as well just recently. And in August, after going through Soul Goal Academy, one of the things they get you to do is redesign your business with lifestyle design first, right? And you're like, wow, I'm going to, instead of doing this 7-day hire, I'm going to do it 3. But now you're still doing 1,000 a week, but in 3 days, not 4. Is that cool?
yep,
But the biggest thing is we had this breakthrough and this awareness where you realize, wait, hang on a second. I actually understand what Katie's saying about with the spiritual coaching, because you were sabotaging because you were trying to just leap completely 90 degrees, like
yep.
poof, and go,
I
but
just
I'm
want it
not
now.
yet. Yeah. Whereas I said to you, what if you take the business model that you've got, and we came up with a couple of different strategies, how you can mentor other women in business, aspiring to be in business, who don't need massive startup costs, and could do a win-win situation where you're mentoring and teaching them the business skills while they're earning incredible amounts of money, and your business flourishes as well.
Yep.
How did that blow your mind after that call? just last week.
Just listening to that was amazing. I thought I never even thought of doing anything like that, and to hear you say that to me was like, wow, this is where my business, my goal, my big goal up here, I thought was going to be like 12 months in, down the track. It's actually going to form quite soon.
Wow.
Yep, exactly.
And it's not so far left. It helped you realize, oh my God, I understand how all these pieces come together. Like the dot,
Yeah.
you all call me the dot connector, which is great. But like that's exactly what I do. I take a lot of complex information and I just simplify it, because one of the
Mm,
patterns I see people do so often is try to complexify the shit out of everything.
yeah.
And but so now you've got this integrated approach where you got business and personal alignment. How excited are you and confident are you moving forward? You already mentioned that you've stopped sabotaging yourself with the emotional eating. Yoo-hoo.
Yep. I've done that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't have my pain anymore, which is like, yay. Yeah, exactly. Oh God, I forgot what you were saying. Sorry.
How,
What's-
how integral has it been having that personal and that business alignment, so that how does it save you energy, time, and money?
um, yeah, well, re evaluating the whole business, changing it to 3 days a week has allowed me to, you know, concentrate on that. Not so much running here and there everywhere, dropping it off and picking it up, and I've got time now to concentrate on my big goal. So, but now I'm going to integrate them both. It's allowed me up time, and yeah, and I've got money now to, yay,
Well,
pay
you
for my courses.
yeah, like I mean, that money came out of nowhere, and that's something I love doing.
Yeah.
I'm able to see literally, because people try to climb a ladder up on the fruit tree to get the fruit at the very top. It's the hardest thing to do. And you'll hear other coaches say, go for the low-hanging fruit. I have the ability to see the fruit that's recently dropped. Just go take your basket and pick it up. Right? It's like
You got it there already.
there. And you've seen it in the training groups where it doesn't matter what industry, what someone's doing, I'm able to be able to dedicate and pick up everybody. Like, here's money to pick up here, here's money to pick up here. Thousands sometimes, tens of thousands sometimes, right? And just, it's about making life a lot easier and more operational efficiency in life and business. So you've gone for your business now from 7 days down to 3 operating with the delivery and pickup, but you're also putting systems in place so that you can actually delegate even that now, right? As a
Yes.
potential, so that
Yeah.
you all your time back and you can operate on the business, not in the business,
Yeah.
allowing you to really step into the mentoring role with the spiritual alignment and the business model that is totally unique to you and totally resonating with your expertise. And it doesn't need you to go out and, do a whole bunch of new courses because you thought you had to do that.
Yes.
I'm big on continuous learning and growth and education, but the previous thought process you had was going to possibly take you 12 months, 18 months to really get there. Whereas now it's like, oh, wow, we can activate this week.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's so good. What is your final words of encouragement, especially to someone who might be sitting in the periphery? They either a professional or aspiring entrepreneur and still in the hustle and grind. Or maybe they're an individual who just loves to grow and wants to get their life and professional or business goals in alignment. What would you say to them about joining the not the Awakened Soul program? That's second step. You got to get filtered into there. The first step is the Soul Goal Mapping Challenge. It's a 5-day
Oh,
one.
Soul Goal Mapping Challenge. Just do it. You've got to just, and I always say that, just do it. um, Best thing I ever did. It's really awakened me up big time. I'm not the same person as I was in October at all. I'm more confident. I feel like I'm thriving and I'm reaching, my goals and stuff like that. So yeah, just do it. Yeah, you won't regret it.
Fantastic. And you did the VIP and you came through. You're like me, where we just like, show me the front seat.
Yep, exactly.
And that kind of attitude is always one that flies higher than one that sort of says, "Oh, I'll register, but I'm not sure if I'm going to show up." Now you go 2 feet in, which is fantastic. So with VIP, what would your comment be about making the small investment for the significant change?
The phone calls and things like that you get from Katie is amazing. Um, Getting in her brain, you've got to do it. It's well worth it.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I'm excited because we have another year together in the Love Light Leadership Academy. And I'm really looking forward to doing another update with this, your success spotlight. Uh,
Yeah.
you've already, it had such significant returns. I mean, by my calculations, there's well and truly nearly $20,000 worth of finances that have come back into your cash flow because of the exact steps that you've taken through the training with me so far, which is incredible, right?
Amazing.
Yeah. So, and also one of the ththings that I like to position myself and really make it really clear is I'm very strict in filtering who comes through, and so I only allow people who are ready for each step to come into the next step. Which is very different because most other coaches just, accept your money and you become a number. Sometimes the host ghosts and you get, other people who come in for the coaching. And what would you, just one final thing to the experience of the quality of the training and the intimacy of the groups relevant to other trainings you've done? And all those other trainings are wonderful and they're magnificent. They've been helpful, not degrading them. But what makes it special and stands out the way that I set it up?
I think when you do other um, uh, coaching sessions and things like that, it's more about reading a book. And you're on your own doing it all by yourself, and you got to put the time in yourself. Where we're on a phone call on Monday mornings and Thursday afternoons. You've got the community that help you as well. They're encouraging you and telling you, keep going, and they're loving everything that you like and stuff like that. And you're giving us so much more information rather than just getting us to read a book,
Fantastic.
which is, yeah,
So you're truly
it
being
blows
facilitated.
my mind.
So you're truly being facilitated for the implementation and transformation rather than just being downloaded and dumped with a bunch of
Yeah,
information. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
One of the key things I hear a lot
Feels like you're at school with the others.
versus what with me.
What? Yeah. You, yeah. Feels like you're at school with the others, and you're along the journey with us.
Yes. Yeah. It is a
Yeah,
fun experience, and it's also very supportive because there are moments that are very challenging, and you're given
yeah,
all the skills and the knowledge and the support to be able to overcome those difficult moments so that you can spread your wings and fly higher. Awesome. Again, I thank you so much, Rachel. You're amazing. Appreciate you, and I appreciate the introduction from Carla. So much love to your daughter, and
yep,
we'll see you continuously on this journey, and we'll have a follow up with this one, with this case study, the success story too.
yes. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Stand by. Thank you so much. If you loved this interview, this success story highlight with Rachel Pellitt, then please hit the like, subscribe, and make sure you share this with somebody or store it and save it in your files. And definitely come and join us on the next Soul Goal Mapping Challenge. It's the introductory 5-day challenge that allows you to experience in the fullness of the extraordinary events and the opportunities that become available to you when you step through the portal of possibilities into Katie Joy's world. And I'll be able to share with you how to be more aligned with your goals and your soul so that you have fulfillment and success without sacrificing inner peace. Till next time, love, light, manifesting miracles, magic, and more. From my heart to yours, Katie Joy.